Hey guys. Hey Danny. How are you? Appreciate you being here. Sorry. um, I'm looking at a few things. Hey Stardashian, how are you? How's your day been? Hey Sniper. Sniper says evening, Eric. How was the tree work today, Sniper? The last we talked, you were getting ready to you did some planting already, and you were getting ready to do some climbing. How'd the climbing go? Sniper says it's not just the right of the speaker to be heard, it's also the right for the people to listen. I like that. Let's see. Sebastian says it's all right, dude. Trying to make money. It's my W two. I'm at my W two right now. You doing your taxes? Hey, does anyone know taxes for? I got to start thinking about this. Um, Taxes for YouTube. How do we go about it? I have no clue. Not that I was only I got monetized in June, May. Um, so what do we have? May, June, July, August, September, and October, November, December. So 8 months. Um, of making some money. I should probably report it, right? Michael says, "Hey, Sardashian." Michael says, "Hey there, Yogi." What's up, Michael? Do you work anymore on your Zen track, your meditation track? Let's see. Something says, "Great, saving the climbing for Thursday." Gotcha. It's more than half a day's work. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm digging up roots. That sounds fun and not fun at the same time. I think it's always fun to get your hands in the earth. Hey, Chris. Chris, so Yogi and everyone. Willow, how are you? Willow says, "So Yogi, how are you?" I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. It's later for me. I mean, it's not. It's not even 6 o'clock. But remember, I'm up. I was up at 2 o'clock this morning. So let's see. Snipper says you're considered a self-employed individual and must file a self-assessment tax return if you don't have a company set up. Gotcha. So what's new, Chris? There are taxpayer helplines that might be able to help. I would like to avoid paying a ton of money to have someone do my taxes and file them. What's up, Josh? I like the name. I like the name change again. Michael says I'm tired from working out in the hollow. Carried some granite slabs down to make a walkway. Put some rocks in the circle above the meditation mill. That sounds nice. So I guess quite a few of us will be thinking about this upcoming year paying some taxes, right, from YouTube as we make our YouTube fortune together, helping each other out. Stephen says it's fun when you look back after 2 days of digging. Uh, Clearly, preparations for the next phase planting. Yeah, I can see that. Josh says hi. Will says, "How did your day go, Yogi?" It went pretty well. You know what? I saw a hawk eating a snake. I actually filmed it. And maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll put it up tonight. Toy Pups is here. Hey guys, big, big, big. Congratulations to Toy Pups. 40K subscribers today. She worked for it. She set her goal. She was never discouraged. She kept moving forward. If she was knocked back a little bit, she went sideways and then righted herself and kept going forward. She reached her goal. She reached part of her goal. It's not going to stop. You know what? It's amazing. She invites us along with her. That's what I love about Toy Pups. She doesn't want to just reach that goal alone. She wants you to set your goals and reach them with her, and she will help you. She'll have suggestions. She'll have your back. She'll walk with you, whatever you need. Michael says I will do a full tour whenever it's said and done. You have a projected finish? Hey, Anton. Hey, Rhea. Rhea says hi. How are you? Toy Pups are muted, but we are here. Appreciate it. Muted, and I spent all this time talking about her. Chris says there might be some things you can claim if you use equipment. What if I could claim my phone? That's really all I use, phone and internet. But then I got to send in bills and stuff like that, right? I like to keep things simple, even if it means that I pay a little bit. That right there tells you everything you need to know about me. My inherent laziness. Chris says, I'm good. How are you, Yogi and everyone? I'm doing pretty well. Man, it got hot fast. 3 days ago, we had highs in the 40s. Today, it got to be 85 degrees. His outfit says, so funny, made me think. And Chris says, congrats to Toy Pups. Yeah, that's a big thing. 40K. Michael says, I was in the 600 club temporarily, back down to 599. Hey, is anyone here not subscribed to Michael? Let's get him back up to the 600. Toy Pup says, Yashi, we love you too. Everyone is saying hi. Hey, E. He has got son is here. Gives us a thumbs up. How are you doing today, everyone? E, we're doing pretty well. How about you? It's nice to see you. I always appreciate it when you come in. Are you guys subscribed to E is God's Son? He does amazing content, caring content. Freya says, how are you today, Yogi? Freya, I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Everyone's Danny's waving at E. Maybe make a log. That's a thought. Marcus says, hey, not quite, just playing it by ear. Gotcha. Rhea says, hope everyone is good. Thank you, Rhea. And Willis says, how are you today, Yogi? I am doing well. Pretty much. Anton says, hey to Danny. Hey, Left Show. Rhea says, I'm trying to be you, Yoda. It's one way to do it. Another way to do it is, Rhea, be yourself. Be your authentic self. I don't want to say be your best self. No one's ever their best self. We have good days and not so good days. We have great moments and not so great moments. We are verbs. We're not nouns. We're verbing along. As a verb, that means you have full expression of whatever it is that needs to be expressed, moment by moment by moment. You're never static. Here's the great news. That lets you off the hook. If you have a bad moment, you're not held for that. That doesn't write your entire history. You don't have an entire history of bad moments. You have an entire history ahead of you of reinventing yourself, of being, simply being, verbing. Where says, "So Yoda is nice. Yoda is nice, but so are you. You just asked me how I was." Tip Up says, "Guess what? We subbed. Who'd you sub to?" Left Show says, "Very quick, just be yourself. Excellent advice." Will says, "I can't at the moment, Yogi. What went good about your day today?" Well, I told you about the hawk eating a snake. That was good for the hawk. It was interesting to watch. It was not so good for the snake. I try to take all sides. I did feel sorry for the snake. Um, Actually, the amazing thing is I watched the male hawk bring the snake to the female, and then the male took a bite or two, and then the female took it and flew down to another branch and then sat on that branch and ate it in front of me. And I filmed an owl. I filmed a rabbit, and again, I thought of you and some turtles. And I filmed a turtle reaching out to another turtle. It was amazing. Which guys do you want me to post tonight? You want to see the turtle affection, or do you want to see the hawk eating a snake, or just a bunny rabbit sitting around being a bunny rabbit? Where it says, "But if I be yoga, she is nice. I'm not." You have every quality that everyone else has. Every single quality. I always forget who it is, so I always defer to Kierkegaard, the philosopher, who said, and I'm probably wrong about this, um, nothing human is foreign to me. Meaning you have everything that every other human has, the good and the bad. However, here's the even better news: you're not really human. It's our friend Solana says, "A yogi, a guru, but not a magus, not a Wicca, not a warlock, just a yogi." Our friend Solana is here. Solana, how are you, my friend? Hey, Cher. Sherbert says, "So, you beautiful people. Hope you're having a great, blessed day." I hope you are too, my friend. Willa says, "That's cool. A rabbit." Yeah, I got a couple sitting side by side. I think it was yesterday, and then I got one today. Sniper says, "That's good. That's good advice." Left show. It is very good advice. If you can be nice because someone else is nice, if you see someone being nice and you say, "I'd like to be like that person," that means you can be like that just being yourself. It's okay though to have someone that you'd like to emulate. Here's a thing, I talk quite a bit about the shadow effect, Jungarian psychology. Uh, the shadow is all the dark stuff that we are unable to recognize about ourselves, shoved down deeply, so deeply that we refuse to ever look at it, but it comes out in the shadow, in all the darkness that we see in the world. Here's a little known thing about the shadow: all the good stuff that you don't recognize about yourself. I'm a nice guy. I'm a good guy. I am I don't know, name something, clean guy, whatever. All that stuff that you can't recognize about yourself is projected outward as well, and what's seen in the heroes that we have. Every quality that any hero has that you recognize and appreciate, you have as well, but you refuse or you're unable to see it. If you could wake up to who you are, let's stick with that theme for a second. Let's see. Josh says, "My new dog Zeke." Josh is walking his new dog Zeke. Hey, nice. Welcome, Zeke. Hey, Hacker. Hacker says, "Sorry, it's been a while." That's okay, my friend. Josh wants McDonald's, Ziggy. Nope. Sorry, man. Can't do it. Chris says hope all is well. Know why she doesn't care. Hey, Marie. Skibidi is a very excellent point. Skibidi might be the best point ever. It might sum up everything. The answer, all of life's problems, might be Skibidi. Skibidi. All right, give me a second, guys. Let's go to Thomas Merton. Thomas Merton, a Jesuit priest, 40s, 50s, and 60s. He wrote The Seven Story Mountain, a very influential book on me. Not that I wanted to be a priest, but I did consider being a monk. Thomas Merton was a monk. He was also one of the first people to bring Zen and the Tao Te Ching to the United States. So I want to bring up a particular quote. So here's one quote. Thomas Merton. My dear brothers and sisters, we are already one, but we imagine we are not. And what we have to recover is our original unity. What we have to be is what we are. I love that last part. What we have to be is what we are. Do we have to be nice? Guess what? We are. Do we have to be good, noble? Do we have to be love? What we have to be is what we are, meaning we are that. All of that. One more. This is the one I was thinking of. One second, guys. Well, here's one more. Not the one I wanted again, but I like it. We do not find the meaning of life by ourselves alone. We find it with another. I'm going to come back to this in a minute. My cat's being a little persnickety. To use an old term no one ever uses anymore. Left show, sorry, I'm new here. Why is Rhea talking to Yoda as if she isn't there? Rhea likes to do that. Brian says, I thought of being a monk as well, Eric. I can see that, Brian. You have a very contemplative nature. Marie says, I love making Yogi smile. And you do it. You do make me smile, Marie. Yoda says, can we do breath work today? Yep, we certainly can. Left show says, Brad, why trying to get a reaction for this person? But here's what we're going to do. We are going to have a regular conversation. We're not going to get embroiled in why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? People are doing what they do. And it's okay. But what we don't want to do is get all caught up in the why are you doing this? Who knows why? I bet you Rhea doesn't even know why. None of us know why we do what we do. We're driven by, in yogic psychology terms, we're driven by the 5 afflictions of the mind, or kleshas, also called samskaras, which are the emotional imprints. So, hey, when you see that, life gets a little easier. You see, everyone is reacting to those imprints that have been in place since they were born, maybe before they were born, maybe lifetimes. Who knows? We start cutting each other a break. But it doesn't serve any purpose to. Um, we've tried it with Rhea. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I'm going to time you out. It just makes the entire conversation about Rhea and what he's doing or what she's doing. They don't rightly know. Doesn't matter. So instead, hey, we have a conversation. We just keep it flowing. Hey, Jamie. Jamie's saying hi to everyone. Josh says, we want McDonald's, Yogi? Nope. Sorry, Josh. Can't do it. Go ahead. Go ahead. So, hey, Willow, that's going to go with you too, please. We're just not going to address it. If you don't want to talk to Rhea, we just don't talk to Rhea. Here's a great secret. We never have to react to someone if we don't want to. Of course, most of the time when we're reacting, we don't think we have a choice, but we do. We can train ourselves. The entire purpose of doing breath work is to learn how to be responsive versus reactive. The whole purpose of meditation, aside from the end result, which is samadhi, bliss consciousness, the whole purpose is to train ourselves to be responsive instead of reactive all the time, which means sometimes we don't. But when we notice that we're being reactive, we can simply smile at ourselves. Oh, I made a little bit of a mistake there. I veered right when I should have been veering left. It's no big deal. None of it is any big deal. Man, think about some of the big stuff going on right now. How does this conversation compare or contrast to some of that big stuff that is going on right now? Not that the things Left says I'm going to block them. It's always a good idea. You know what I mean? If you find that you can't navigate through a conversation with people being here and bothering you, block them. It's always someone's prerogative. Brian says, "Hey Eric, I did buy some fish today, even though I don't normally eat meat. Fish was the last thing I ate before I went vegan. Actually, I had a piece of salmon. I had planned on not going full vegan, but having. I was looking for like animal friendly dairy. Unless you're on a farm or you are able to barter with someone who has a farm, really hard to find. It was just easy. Go vegan. What kind of fish did you get, Brian? Let's see. Left Show says, very cool. You seem to have an answer for everything. I was worried about folks like you. Left Show, then it's a different room. What do you mean? Marie says, oh, there's Josh in the basement. I'm gonna give you a watermelon instead of McDonald's. That doesn't seem like quite the same. That doesn't seem like quite the type of exchange. No, you can't have McDonald's, but here's watermelon. Although, hey, I do like watermelon. Chris says, well, too bad. Nature says, I like that, Yogi. Yeah, but, here's the thing. Here's what I started talking about. Marie says, Yogi is Skibidi, the best point ever. Thank you. Mike says, best way to deal with what's going on is to try and ignore the person being disruptive. Yep, or smile. Don't take it all so seriously. I talked about this morning, about life being a classroom. I resisted that idea for a long time because I had this almost like a new age type concept that we are assigned this cosmic classroom to learn something specific so that we move on to a higher level. That's not the point of the classroom analogy. It's a classroom because we are all here to learn how to love. We are all here to learn how to be kind. We are all here to learn how to forgive. So you go into a chat and it's not going your way, you could leave, obviously. You could ignore, obviously. You could get reactive and engage and be completely miserable and say, I'm never going back to that live stream again. All of those options, or we can learn to be kind. I don't know what that means moment by moment by moment, but I turn it all over to the thought system within me that does know what it means. It's a process of surrender. And of course, miracles, it's turning things over to the right mind. The right mind is synonymous with what the Course calls the Holy Spirit. We have two teachers. We have the ego. Hey, Adam, sweating and smiling together. How are you? We have the ego, which always speaks first, always speaks loudest, and is always wrong. It's wrong because it's non existent. Let's see. Hey, Eric, what do you do when you get brain fog? Brain frog? I don't get brain fog aside from my normal fogginess. Um, I know you do. I know you do the breath of fire. That should help you, Brian. So maybe because I quit coffee. Yeah, it could be. It could take a little bit of time to adjust to not having coffee. Brian says, "Yep, this last year, Yogi, I would have banned the person, and still probably would if it was my stream. But we should let Yogi be in charge of his own show." Yeah, I'm not really in charge. I'm not really in charge of anything. I feel it out. I see how it's going. I'm not opposed to banning someone if it came down to the well-being of everyone. For me, man, I've heard it all. Um, it's going to take more than somebody coming in and telling a bald joke to get me upset. Let's see. Bo says, my day has just got worse. Well, it's life. How is everyone? Well, hey, you smiled. Hey, Adam, how you feeling? Lifter says, we have a new teacher that is kind and listens to us when we are feeling sad. Agreed. Hey, cable company, like up 20, rock on, brother. Thank you. Thank you, Gator. Much appreciated. Michael says, huh? He called me Brian. Did I? I'm not surprised. That's less of a brain malfunction than it is an eyesight malfunction. Because my chat moves up and down on my desktop. So I'm reading a comment and I look up to the name and it jumps. That's my excuse. Danny says, Yogi, even if they say a bad word to me, I forgive them. Nice, Danny. You, my friend, have a huge, kind, and loving heart. You're an inspiration to me. Chris says, Danny, you are so good hearted. You are a blessing. Exactly. So, two teachers in this classroom of ours. The ego is always going to say, how dare you? Don't you know who I am? I'm a spiritual person. How dare you be mean to me? Uh, don't you know how much money I make? Don't you know what kind of car I drive? It's always going to have that, don't you know? And it, again, always speaks first, always speaks loudest, and is always wrong because the ego doesn't truly exist. However, we also have the Holy Spirit, which is a presence within us that connects us to reality, that connects us to the very source of love. In any moment, we can listen to either one of those teachers. But we have to train ourselves, retrain ourselves, remember. Our friend Squirrel Sniper would break that up. RE, member. Yoga. We have to remember that we have that other teacher, and that other teacher is actually who we are, connects us to who we are, and is always the softest voice, is always the gentlest voice, and is always saying, forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive doesn't mean I see what you're doing, I don't like it, but I'll let you off the hook for now. Doesn't say, even though you did this to me, I will forgive you. It doesn't bargain. What forgiveness does, as presented in A Course in Miracles, if you have a different definition of forgiveness, that's awesome. Awesome. But it's not the forgiveness that I talk about here when I talk about A Course in Miracles. The forgiveness here is saying, I'm giving up all hope of a better past, meaning the past doesn't exist. I recognize in this present moment only original innocence, that we can choose the crucifixion or the resurrection in every single moment. When we choose the resurrection, we're forgiving. When we choose the cross, when we choose to put someone else on the cross, we're saying, I don't recognize the original innocence. I'm not allowing you this moment of rebirth, and I'm holding you to the past. Now, here's the great thing. Forgiveness doesn't mean that someone isn't responsible for what they did. And we can still be wise. We can still have discernment. We can still say, for my best interest, I should probably not be in your company. But still, I know in order for me to have my own innocence recognized in my own eyes, I need to see it within you. If I hold you guilty of something, it means I have guilt within me. And I'm living my life in that guilt. And guess what? You don't have to. Guilt is insidious. It manifests in every single aspect of our lives. We were raised. It's built into society. Original sin. Everyone's born a sinner. Why? Why are we born a sinner? And we can be reborn like that. Because in fact, we already are. Adam says, I'm feeling really good. Yeah, you had a recovery week, right? Did 125 four counts this morning. I'll continue the four counts for a few days and introduce 1 or 2 pumps later this week. Nice. I'm glad things are moving along. Let's see. Michael says, hey, Yogi, your official Mystery Untold channel sticker is officially on its way. Awesome. That gives me a couple of days to think where I would like to put it. I'm not sure I want to put it on something because then it's static. I know it's a sticker. I'm supposed to stick it, right? The nature of a sticker is to stick. Am I doing a sticker a disservice? Am I denying its dharma, its purpose in existence by not sticking it? But if I keep it, I can use it as a bookmark. I can put it on my desk and admire. I can, have it all over the place. Sticker's kind of permanent. What do you guys think? Does a sticker need to be expressed as a sticker in order to fulfill its destiny? Danny says, Willow, I think that person needs to give you space. Yep, you're right, Danny. Let's see. Nature says, sorry for the misspelling and misspelling server and runner. Hey, Redeemer. Nice to see you. Don't normally see you this later in the day. Redeemer says, John 4:19. We love him because he loved us. So, again, we just leave Ray alone completely. I think the more we time people out sometimes, the more they just keep coming back. Not that Ray shouldn't come back. He can come back anytime he wants, and hopefully learn something each time he does. But if time people out, we're making the conversation about them. And I'm going to be honest with you. No offense against Rhea. I'm tired of making the conversation about him or her, as the case may be. I'm just tired of it. I would just as soon, when I see a nice quote from Rhea or a nice whatever, I'll read it. If not, we skip it. Rhea says, I'm not doing anything. I appreciate that you didn't use a double negative, grammatically speaking. Running Boy says, I think it's time for me to claim Yogi's channel as mine, for I shall stand as the pinnacle of Yogi. I think we need to have a Yogi off. Who is the greater Yogi between Running Boy and me? We'll have an arm wrestling match. We'll have a burpee competition. You're probably better at burpees than I am right now. I don't do a whole lot of burpees. I do them to warm up, to keep my burpee streak alive, but mainly it's the kettlebells. Michael says, same here, Yogi. I totally agree. Michael says, exactly. Running Boy says, Yoda is my friend, and Ray is also here. Yeah, I agree. Michael says, Ray, maybe this chat isn't for you. You don't like breath work or yoga or working out. Weird. I know it's going to be hard for some of you to believe. My channel is not for everyone. One of the boys says, Yogoff Yogi. Victor says, I don't know what is going on in the chat. I haven't paid attention to some really good things Yogi has been saying. Thank you, Chris. So let's stick with that. Sniper says, Nature Dog Realm, please remain that state. So, going back to that classroom analogy, here, right now, this live stream, this chat is a classroom. What lesson do we want to learn? Because we do have choices. When you go off of this chat and you might go in someone else's, guess what? There's your classroom. And when you shut the computer down for the day and you go for a walk, there's your classroom. And again, it's not to get some sort of cosmic insight that's going to place us in a higher frame. It's about, am I learning to be kind? Am I learning the basic lesson of forgiveness? This is why the great teacher Kenneth Wapnick, the one of the original and the main editor of A Course in Miracles, says, make it about them. That's how we transcend the ego. Let's not say transcend. That's how we see through the ego. Hey, Nikki. Michael says, hey, Nikki, welcome in again. What's new, Nikki? So early this morning, I was reading Hafiz. I still haven't found the Thomas Merton quote that I wanted, which is strange, as I read it not too long ago. So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to Hafiz. Hafiz was a Sufi poet, um, 12th century, maybe 13th century. And there's a famous book of his. And the book is sticking with the analogy of um, being a classroom. The subject tonight is love. This is how it got that title. Little poem here. The subject tonight is love. And for tomorrow night as well. As a matter of fact, I know of no better topic for us to discuss until we all die. The subject tonight is love. I love that. I have two favorites by Hafiz. This is for tonight. This is for all of you guys. For a day, just for one day, talk about that which disturbs no one and brings some peace into your beautiful eyes. How absolutely beautiful is that? I'm going to see if I can fit that whole thing in the comment, and then I'm going to pin it if I can. Hey, Kit Kat. How are you, my friend? And that message is pinned. I'm going to read it one more time. For a day, for one day, just for one day, talk about that which disturbs no one and brings some peace into your beautiful eyes. What if we decided, Chris says that is beautiful? It is, isn't it? What if we decided to do that in a live stream? What's going on, Kit Kat? Kit Kat says she's a bit upset. Hey, Lucy. Let's see. Michael says, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope your troubles pass. Rona Boy says, nice quote. Cookie Monster once said, cookie. Can you source that quote? Do you know for 100% that he actually said that? Sniper says, hey, Kit Kat, you came into the right place. So imagine if we went into a live stream with that message. Talk of nothing which disturbs. Talk about that which disturbs no one. Danny says, Kit Kat Crafts of Beauty. Lucy's Warren. Lucy, great live stream today. I was in and out. I was in the morning and I sat around while I had something to eat. And then took it. Man, you were 4 hours. Epic. Michael says, he also said, me want cookie, but who's the judge? I think we can all safely say that we could judge for improper English, right? Grammatical error. I know, man, I grew up with a mother as an English teacher and a wife who was a linguist. Linguist. Hey, William, what's up? Cable company says, hey, Lucy. Kit Kat says, I am sad because I got into a huge argument with two friends of mine, and they both text me and are no longer my friends, and they are smack talking me. Sniper says, not your true friends, not your real friends. This is a tough place to be in. I can understand why you're sad for sure. Did this just happen? One thing that I remember from high school, middle school, of course, we didn't have phones, we didn't have texts. We had phones. We had the old-fashioned phones. You had to crank it up by hand. Um, Things blow over. Now, here's something to consider. No one can ever convince you that you're not their friend. They might decide that they're not your friend, but hey, you can still always be their friend. Doesn't mean that you follow them or you run after them. Means that you just continue. If you had kind thoughts for them yesterday, you can have kind thoughts for them today. And you can continue being the person that you are. You can continue being kind. And if they come around and see that and they see the error of their ways, awesome. If they don't see it, as Sniper said, you didn't really lose anything, did you? The only time you'll do something is if you resort to drastic behavior of trying to hurt someone back. Because then not only do you lose friends, you lose a little bit of yourself as well. You lose your invulnerability. And by that, when you're when you recognize being kind is the way to go, you're literally invulnerable. No one can say a word that's going to hurt you because you know it's not true. You know in your heart you're a kind person. Always choose your invulnerability. That also means you got to recognize other people's invulnerability as well. That's not always easy. All right. One boy says, Yogi, I think Ray needs to be banished to the Shuttle Realms. Hey, Goga, let's just ignore him for a while. You know, Ray came in yesterday afternoon before a lot of people, and I had a nice conversation. I enjoyed hanging out with him. Hey, our friend Goga had a 5 year celebration for being on YouTube for 5 years, and it was epic, literally epic. One thing I will add, by the way, to what Runner Boy was saying is we don't have to put our focus. I haven't paid any attention to Rhea whatsoever, not because I don't like Rhea. He's not saying anything for me to pay attention to. It's the same stuff he said yesterday, or she, as the case may be. Um, if he would like to have a conversation, I'm all ears. Michael says, Hey, Goga, my friend. Hey, Goga, Michael was talking about how honored he was that you gave him a shout out and played his song. George says, I have people in my life that are friendly to me, but I wouldn't know if I have any active friends. Kat says, Goga, your celebration live stream was so busy, so busy. Congrats. And man, they were having fun, weren't they? Goga knows how to throw a party. Kat, I didn't see you slip in. I apologize. Kat says, so chat, Yogi, you're a saint. I'm okay. I'm a semi nice guy. I have my moments. I have my ups and downs. Hey, and Mira says, Goga, and how are you? So, yep, Willow's a friend. Willow's a treasured friend. Goga says, I saw you, Chris. Too bad I was too overwhelmed. Hey, Christine. How are you? DC says, so I've not slept. I'm a robot. I hope you're able to get some sleep tonight. Oops, I forgot to take my supplement, guys. All right, Goga. What's the plan? What's the plans for the next 5 years? What level? What level are you going to take it to? Michael says, no one hates Yoda. No one hates anyone here. This is true. Stepper says, energy has transformed already. Absolutely. Goga says, squirrel, this love is staying. It's a message all about you're gifted it so beautifully. Christine says, I'm good. Thank you, Eric. How are you today? Christine, I'm doing pretty good. Thank you. Taking my nighttime supplement. Willa says, how is everyone? We are doing pretty good, Willa. Thanks for coming back in. Guess is off and run boy you wish. Oh, I see. Run boy says hello to all my loyal subjects. Lucy says, all love, no hate. Absolutely. Thank you, Lucy. With the unicorn vibes. Michael says, I'm going to have to go before long. Got a music premiere before too long. What time's your premiere? And you want to drop a link for it? Gerga says, thanks, Jason. What's up, Jason? Our budding country singer, country star. Jason says, you're welcome. And says, Goga, yesterday was truly epic for my loyal subjects. Oops. Truly epic. Congratulations once more. Runner Boy is throwing me off. Chat's moving along. Let me mod up our friend Anne. For those who would like to subscribe, reach out. Real quick. This is Anne's about her description. Hello there, happy to have you here. I'm a Kenyan lady, and on this channel, I will be sharing my lifestyle and travel. My friends will also be joining me to share their motivational and inspiring stories and experiences. Kindly like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support is highly appreciated. So, guys, if you're not connected, I hope you do. Jason says, everyone, I got great news. What's the great news, Jason? Redeemer says, friends equal faithful relationships, inspiring everyone, nourishing divine spirit. Beautiful. Thank you, Redeemer. Yogi, can we do some breath work? Yes. We will do so just a few minutes. Willa? Jason says, oops, I read that. I got something nobody knows. What's that? Will says, and Wonder Boy, thanks for earlier. I was just feeding the chat. Thanks, my friend. Wonder Boy's got you back. Sniper says, Runner Boy, how was day one? Says it was all right. Squirrel Sniper. Nightmare says, hey, Nightmare. Good, that's exactly what we need. Oh, what have I missed? Goga says, oh, Nightmare, you'll make Jason come with that wig of his. My cat's complaining about something. What's up, Nightmare? Goga says, Anna's my amazing sister. Glad to see her here. Willis says, yes, he does. And Ann says, thanks, Goga. You're welcome. Oops. I'm all over the place. Waylon says something like, thank you, Waylon. Much appreciated. Could you please give me a shout out? Yes. Waylon Plays. Welcome, my friend. I appreciate the sub and the like and look forward to getting to know you. As a matter of fact, let's do more than just give you a shout out. Let's bring your channel up and subscribe. You have 2 subscribers. Now you have 3. Michael says, I noticed Yogi overread my statement earlier. I said, I take it back. Yogi does hate mushy peas and mashed potatoes. You're right about that. Hate's a strong word, but it's applicable here. I see no need to mush anything. Christine says to Raylan Plays, hello. Danny waves to Raylan. Anna says, happy to be here. Jason says, if I make it to Tennessee, there's a music company there, and they will cut me a 10 song and a CD and have me on the radio station. I'm excited, wanting to do it. So are you going to be able to make it to Tennessee? What do we need to do to get you to Tennessee? Runner Boy says, Yogi, give me a shout out on your channel. You know what? I always give Runner Boy a shout out. I told everyone how completely happy I was that you got monetized because you never gave up. You kept getting so close, and it was like the rug was being pulled out from under you, but you kept chugging along. As well, there is no more precise lifter on all of YouTube than Runner Boy. He knows why he's in the gym. And that says something because a lot of people don't. Get away from Jason. Chris says, that is great news. It is. Jason says, I'm going to try, buddy. I'm thinking that we are going to do the 4, 4, 6, 2 breath. What do you guys think about that? Everyone seems to like that. We get good results with it. Give me 1 second, guys. Jason says, I'm going to Tennessee, or I'm going to save up to try. It costs $800. Brian says, try to share Necessities short, but the link showed my channel. Yes, I think it was Goga who taught us. I think it was Goga. He's taught us so much that when you are you on your phone or you're on your desktop? Or I think if it's horizontal, it always goes back. William says, what is the draw to Tennessee, Jason? Tennessee wouldn't be a bad place to live. It's a beautiful state. Serving says, no need to mush anything unless you're in Alaska. Indeed. Unless you're a professional musher. So what do you think, Willow? How's that breath work sound to you? 4, 4, 6, 2. Michael says, what part of Tennessee? Jason, I'm from West Tennessee. If I were to hazard a guess, country music, Nashville. Brian says, Miss Jessie's almost at 1 million views on her short. You should check it out. Which short was it? I tried to get to all of hers. Jason says, I've never been there. We'll have info tomorrow. Let everyone know. Hey, Jason, along other news, how's your back feeling after your walk today? Brian says, I'm on my phone. Yeah, I don't know why that didn't work then. Let's see. Willis says, when I need to head to bed soon. It's only 12 a.m. Then let's do it now. Brian's going to send it to me on Messenger. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Lammer says, say, Brother Brian, I can't seem to find her channel. Do you have it? Jason says, thanks, Yogi. It's great, just a little sore now. Good. Glad that you are getting that motion back in. All right. Who's in for breath work? Rilla has requested it. She's going to get ready to go to bed, so we're going to do it now. Hey, Robbie. Robbie says hi, enjoy, which means I'll be absent from the chat for just a little bit. By the way, guys, thank you for the 36 thumbs up. Just give me a second. Let me know who's in. Rilla says, sounds fine. The breath's good. I'm in and ready, my friend. Okay. It only takes one person. All we need. Chris is in. 2 people. And what I'd like, whoever wants to participate, you can sit comfortably in a chair as if you were watching the live stream standing up. Just make yourself comfortable. We want our spine straight, but it doesn't have to be rigid. Bye, Anne. Thank you for coming in. And now let's bring our attention to the belly. As we breathe in, the belly should fill just a little bit with air. As we exhale, we should feel it fall. Breathing in, the belly rises. Breathing out, the belly falls. Perfect place to check in. Whenever we're stressed, whenever we are anxious, whenever we are awake and we're trying to get to sleep, put your attention on the belly. Watch it rise, watch it fall, very gently. Allow the attention to rise up to the heart center. Just picture a little bit of light, just a fist size portion of light right in the chest, right in the middle of the chest center. And as you breathe in, that fist size light grows a little bit larger. Exhale, and you breathe in, and exhale, and the light grows larger. Each breath, that light is getting larger. Light is synonymous with love. We are filling ourselves with love. We're filling ourselves with gratitude. And as that light gets larger, we bring our awareness all the way up to that point between the eyebrows, the third eye. And the light is shining from our third eye, it's touching everyone in your life, everyone you've come in contact with today, everyone on this live stream, everyone. And it's healing. And as we offer that healing to others, we are healed ourselves. As we offer that light, we are enlightened ourselves. Continue that easy breath. We're now going to breathe in for count of 4. We're going to hold for count of 4, exhale for 6, hold for 2. And if you could do that with that ha breath, the ujjayi breath, making that rasp. So we're going to breathe in for count of 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold for 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold for 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And hold 1, 2. Last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold 1, 2. Relax. Let your breath settle. Return to that third eye again. Just a little bit of attention there, right between the eyebrows. Light is still shining through, touching every single person you've come in contact with, that you will come in contact with tomorrow. And let your attention travel back down to your heart center, knowing that you are always in touch, always able to return to this place of love, using just your breath to take you here. And bring attention once more back to the belly, gently and easily rising and falling. You just notice it. Relaxing. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, not a moment sooner, open your eyes and I'll see you in the chat. Namaste. Thank you, Left Shell. Let me bring your channel up too. Would like to subscribe to you, my friend. Connect. You should have 7 subs now, my friend. Eric Point says, I'm always lurking here. It's always good to know Eric LaPointe's got your back. Michael says, I haven't been able to say that for a while. Few. Welcome to the Den of Zen. So, we each, all of us, we have that power to bring it back to that. Willa says, thank you so much, Yogi. I'm actually so much calmer. Thanks, Yogi. I need that so much. You're welcome, Willa. Anytime. Anytime for you. Left Joe says, thanks, Mr. Michael. I only got one video up. I just feel like playing games at home with my bros and playing football. Greenwood says, thanks again. Refreshing. You're welcome, my friend. Nice live stream, Eric. I'm really enjoying those drives. Enlightened Life says, say, Yogi, hope you have a wonderful, blessed evening here in the background cooking. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. We got a hey Selma. Was Selma here? I haven't seen Selma in a while. I saw her hanging out with Trending. Song a hand. Sorry, I didn't see you come in, my friend. Uncle says, you're very welcome, buddy. I was where you were before. Jason said, sub to your nature dog. Will says, yes, Eric, good point. Good stream. Buddha says, no, just saying hi in case she was in your chat. Gotcha. Thank you, Buddha. Appreciate that. I'm going to read one more thing. We're going to get ready to shut things down. This is St. Teresa's prayer. And it's fitting. Very short prayer. Imagine, maybe I should read this before every single live stream. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing away. God alone never changes. Patience obtains all things. Whoever has God lacks nothing. God alone suffices. For some of my atheist or agnostic friends, feel free to use something synonymous with God for you. Let nothing disturb you. Let nothing frighten you. All things are passing. Love alone never changes. Patience attains all things. Whoever has love lacks nothing. Love alone suffices. Some people might want to quibble, argue the fact. How can you say love never changes? I love my wife. Now she's my ex-wife. That certainly changed, right? Or she loved me and now she doesn't. That certainly changed. We love all kinds of things. But is that really love? Course in Miracles reminds us only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. Only love is real. Benema says Psalms 90:12 to teach us to number our days, that we apply our hearts unto wisdom. Beautiful. I love the Psalms. Some of my favorite sections of the Bible. That probably once, twice a week, I read St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians here on the live stream. Point says, Nightmare Brother, good night. You taking off, Nightmare? Thanks for hanging out. Will says, another amazing stream. Bit more stressful, but yet again, it's your live stream, Yogi. It's always good. Thank you, Yogi, and have a good night, my friend. You too. We're going to work on that for you, Yoda. We're going to make it better. Christine says, so Eric L, hello. Jason says, awesome, bro. What happened? How you get a hole in my neck? 10 minutes of relaxing horror music to YouTube in 18 minutes. Hope you all enjoy the tunes. All right. With that, guys, I think we're going to end the live stream for the night. Head on over to Michael's. Michael, do you have a link you can drop? Let me give it a minute to see if Michael has a link. Seven says, patient permits us to cling to our faith in the oversoul when we are tossed about by suffering as if by surf. Beautiful. Christine says, have a good night, everyone. You too, Christine. Thank you for coming in. Eric says, another great live. Thank you, Eric. Always appreciate you being here. Lucy says, good night, Yogi Eric. Thanks, Lucy. And again, awesome live stream today. Great seeing you back in action, doing what you are so good at doing. Hey, Xfinity, how are you? It's been a bit. Christine says, you most welcome, Eric. Reading says, both love and namaste to all. Yes, my friend. Xfinity Gamer says, it's been a long time. It has been a long time. Appreciate you popping in. Here's the link for our friend Michael, Mysteries Untold by Michael Burkeen. He has a premiere coming up, I think, in about 17 minutes, 16 minutes. If you guys are still awake, if you're cruising around YouTube, that's the place to be. Lisa says, thank you. You probably caught me crush talk. I did not catch you crush talking, but now you got me interested, so I might go back and review. Willow says, have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow, my friend. See you, Willow. I'm sorry it was not the most peaceful experience for you tonight. I will try to make it better. Finney says, I've been so busy working. Gonna understand that. Appreciate you stopped in, though. Sue says, Yogi, hey, Sue. Hey, let me ask you a question before I go. Do you want to see a video tonight of one turtle trying to be affectionate towards another, or one hawk trying to be affectionate towards another hawk, or the other hawk eating a snake on a tree limb? Or you just want to see one of a bunny rabbit? I have all four. Which one do you want to see? Xfinity says, I signed an 8-month contract in the USA. Been here for 4 days. Hey, where are you in the US? Simple says, lymphatic abyss, Jason Phelps. Jason says, bye, friends. Love everyone. Love to you too, my friend. Let's see. Lucy says, I named the name of the crush. Watch and find out. I will. Like I said, I caught a good half hour and then I was in and out. So I did catch quite a bit of it. Willis says, it's fine. It's not your fault, Yogi. You can't do nothing about it. Just negatively. Guess not you, Ray. Well, what I'd like to do is, Point says, now that's a lot of options. Which one do you think? Willis says, all right, Nighthawk eating snake, Fremont, California, 5 hours away from Hollywood Boulevard. Have you gotten a chance to take any side trips? Stephen says, Willow, we got this. We do. She's waving at Eric. All right, so Willow says snake or a hawk eating a snake. Cat says, I'm a weird Yogi. Catch you later. Thank you, Cat. Cat says, I like turtles. Me too. Turtles are our spiritual animal here. Not really an animal. Let's see. Xfinity says, no, not yet. Hoping to, though. Yeah, I hope you get that chance. Redeemer says, food for thought, nature's battle, hawk. All right. So it's going to be the hawk. Tomorrow, I'll do the turtles. The turtles was so awesome, though. This one turtle was just like, hey, look at me, look at me. Slowly reaching out its head, slowly reaching out little. They don't have claws. They don't have hands. What do turtles have? All right. So look for the hawk. Danny says, waving at the family gamer. Simple says he lived in Brentwood, Essex for a while. Start work next Monday, just settling in at the moment. She says, just posted a video of Yoga Squirrel in a frozen position for about 2 minutes and 50 seconds after flew by. I bet. You don't want to move after that. I'm going to be there to watch that. All right, guys, I'm going to shut things down. Look for the hawk video. Eric Point says, oh, flippers. Okay. Yeah, so the turtle was bringing out its little flipper. And, just like, hey, look at me. The other turtle just had its head up in the air, enjoying the sun, paying no attention. Broke my heart just a little bit to see unrequited turtle love. She says, good night, everyone. Good night, Sue. Turtle and hawk. Tomorrow will be the turtle. Our friend Willow spoke first. Let's see. Xfinity says I have an appointment at 5 p.m. at Brentwood to sign a few papers. Danny waves at Buddha. Sampa says, night all. Hey, good luck, Xfinity. I appreciate you stopping by and giving us an update. I hope you get a chance to stop back in soon and keep us posted. Guys, I'm going to see everyone later. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you helping make it more peaceful. I can't say that the channel doesn't occasionally have drama. That doesn't mean we have to bring drama to it. We ourselves, we can always be drama free if we want. That's the lesson. Can I choose peace instead of this? And here's my guess. We can. Thank you, my friends. Xfinity says, yes, so we do. Thanks. Awesome. Good luck, my friend.